Gandalf, really? Oh, jeez, I forgot my mic was open. Hi guys, sorry. I'm starting really late tonight. I am like almost an hour late. I'm really sorry. I I I was having some technical difficulties. My computer rebooted on its own. I've got it figured out now. Fixed the problem. Um I'm going to swap scenes here so that way then you guys can see my lovely game that I am playing tonight. Yes, I am playing some Danganronpa. Uh, so, uh, obviously, I have now. I did put as one of my tags, no spoilers. When I mean no spoilers, I'm meaning mostly for Danganronpa V3, especially when I get to that game. I'm going to be going in each game chronologically, so I'm hoping to maybe make like either tonight or Wednesday night my dedicated Danganronpa night. I'm still up in the air as to what games will be what night, but I'm working out a schedule as to what it is, so that way I'm not playing the same like game every night. I know that a lot of people like me when I'm playing House Flipper because it's just a really chill game. Um, I have no desktop audio currently because the game is a touch loud. I am going to get into the settings here. Actually, I'm going to hit start and I'm going to see if I can get into the options here to. I'm going to drop the background music just so that way it's not super loud. I am going to leave the voice on. Turn down that yeah, I'm gonna turn down that volume. I might move my chat box around at some point here, depending on what happens here, because I don't remember where everything lines up. I'm also going to readjust my my avatar size just so that way I'm a touch smaller in the corner here. Just because I am fairly big in the corner here, and I'm just going to make myself a teensy bit tinier. Just to make it easier. So that way people can actually see the game itself and not see like me all the way here. Like, you don't need to be huge in the corner. You just need me a little bit big. Just big enough to see me, just big enough to hear me. But not so big that I'm blocking out like parts of the game. Sorry that I will swap that. Okay, let's go back here. I think I do have a save file, but I don't remember where I left off. So I'm gonna be starting with a new game. I do enjoy this game quite a bit. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. I'm not using a controller. I'm not emulating this game. I'm not like playing this on like, I think that this game originally came out on the Vita, I want to say. I think this game originally came out on the PlayStation Vita. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody is in my chat right now. It was either Vita or PlayStation Portable. But one of those two, it wound up being a system I didn't have at one point. I'm very glad that I've got this game now. I'm gonna start a new game. I'm gonna leave it in English just because I actually like the voice acting in English. I have not actually played this game in Japanese. I don't know if I could do it in Japanese because I don't remember if it's just the voices that are in Japanese or if it's all the dialogue as well. Because if it's all the dialogue in Japanese as well, then I would not be able to read it currently. Just due to the fact that I have not actually learned Japanese completely yet. I was working on it at one point. But I'll leave it on English. The Japanese is just the voice acting? Okay. I'm debating on whether or not I might change that. If I get very bored with the English voices, I might swap to the Japanese. Ooh. Now here's the thing, is that in order to get a really, personally, English is better in this game. Yeah, I do enjoy the English voices. That they are really well done from the last I heard. It's been a long time since I've actually touched this game, so from what I remember, the voice acting was really good. I'm going to actually bump it up to mean, because I think if I remember correctly from, at least this was rumor, that if you put it on mean, you actually got like proper true ending kind of stuff from what I heard. I don't know if that's actually true, but I also don't like games to be too easy. I like games to be a bit of a challenge, especially when it is basically a murder mystery. But I think that tonight I'm gonna at least get through chapter 1. Maybe chapter 2. Little Monokuma. Is so cute. Ah yes, I remember this scene very well. Oh god. It's been a while since I've seen this scene, but... Yes, blast off. This one is by far the easiest game. Trials and 2 have some broadcast minigames. Okay, I've never played 2. I have watched somebody else play 2. But I'll definitely keep that in mind when I finally get around to playing 2. I'm gonna play this one. Then once I'm finished this game, I'll be playing Ultra Despair Girls, because chronologically wise, Hangman's Gambit in 2 is such a horrid experience. Ooh, okay. Thank you for that heads up. Monokuma is just kind of cute and adorable. Like, I want a plushie of him just to squeeze him. But, oh god, that would wind up driving me bonkers. Like, he's just so evil as well. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. The cast in this one is really good though, and it had the shock value. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna readjust my chat box just to make it a little bit tinier, and I'm gonna move it up into this corner. I think that corner will be fine. I think it will be. I'm hoping I remember that right. If not, I will adjust it again when I start seeing an image here on the screen. Like the school stands at the center of that entire world. Come on. Yes, Hope's Peak Academy brings in top students from every field imaginable. Government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. Yes, you'll be set for life. I already kind of know what happens because Oh! What the hell? Thank you, Marty, for raiding with your party. Welcome in. I just booted up my game. I'm like just in the prologue right now, so I haven't really gotten that far in. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. Guys, you haven't watched this game in a while? Well, welcome in, Snowpierce. And also, sorry, Pyro, very much welcome in and everything. Like, thank you for popping in. It takes you back. Yeah, this game takes me back quite a bit too. I haven't touched this game in a while. And it's just so nice to play it again. Yes, Raid. The kitty is like, oh, thank you, Mello. Yeah, I know. I started late tonight. I started at like almost 11 o'clock my time. Like, I started at like 10:02, I think. I'm so sorry. Hi there, how am I? I'm doing well tonight. I just booted up the game. I'm in Prologue right now. What do I remember from this game? I remember... Well, I know some of the lore and some of the story behind this. Spoilers for anybody who has not watched the anime Danganronpa 3. Hope side, despair side, future side, I think is what the three were. I think it's future and despair, and then hope was the very last episode. But basically, this whole entire thing, ooh, yeah. I know that the outside world is gone to shit. I just can't remember, I kind of vaguely remember some of the people that die in this game. I don't remember specifically who. And, it is very sad at points. You wouldn't mind a spoiler because you're getting into Danganronpa Reload 1 and... You wouldn't mind the spoiler because you're getting Danganronpa Reload 1 and 2 for your birthday soon? But I don't want to spoil it too much. But basically the whole entire world has gone to shit outside. One of the characters in Dude, I'm a Savage. Yeah, the whole entire world outside of this has gone to shit. You see more of how the outside world is changed when I'll be playing Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls once I'm done this game. Yeah, it's basically destroyed. Sorry, I keep getting I'm very much interacting with chat, and then I realize that I've like been stuck at the same point in the fucking dialogue for the prologue. But yeah, there's quite a few characters that die in this game, and I know for sure that you're going 1 then Despair Girls. Yes, I'm gonna go 1 Despair Girls then 2, just because Ultra Despair Girls is kind of that bridging game between the two chronologically wise. When the game came out? No, it came out after 2. I know that much, but within the timeline of Danganronpa, I'm pretty sure Despair Girls falls in between 1 and 2. You suggest you play Despair Girls after Danganronpa 2 because there will be some characters that I won't know. See, the thing is that I've kind of spoiled myself on all 3 of those games at one point. I don't remember specific details, but I do remember some major things because of that I watched somebody else play them a long time ago, like a few years back, because I never owned the games. You're confused now? Okay. So this is not a blind playthrough for me. This is not my first time. I should have really removed my spoilers tag. My spoilers tag should be up for when I do V3. I've not touched that game. That is the only Danganronpa game I've not seen anything for. V3 is dope. Yeah. On PS4, there's only Danganronpa Reload 1 and 2 and V3 Killing Harmony. Oh, Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls is a really cool game. It's very different from this. Yeah, you won't spoil V3? Good. Thank you. I very much appreciate that, but it did make you cry. Oh. And despair. Okay. I have no idea what games are available on what consoles. I just remember that I think that 1, 2, and Despair Girls were originally released on like the PS Vita, PSP, I think. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think that those 3 games were originally released on like PSP, PS Vita. It may have just been the Vita. I don't think it was the PSP. But it was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. Yeah, and then they were imported to the PS3 and 4. Yeah. Don't whisper me about it, Marty, or else like... Oh no. Where does Despair come in the order of Danganronpa games? See, I've always thought that the Despair Girls fit in between 1 and 2 in the overarching timeline, just because of the fact that it happens after 1 ends because you run into the survivors from 1 in that game. Near the very end, you do. Near the very end of Despair Girls, you do run into at least one of them. And you find out that... No, you crying. No spoilers in my chat, please, for V3. I have not touched that game yet, at all. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school, and 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. Oh. Lucky student. You didn't spoil anything. No. I have no idea who the fuck Claire is, but if there's a character named Claire and they have died in that game, I'm not gonna be... No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. Oh, never. Okay, I have no idea what you guys are on about now then. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students. You know, spoilers. Just continue. Was me. Ah, yes. Now let's see if I remember his name. Makoto? Is that his name? Let's see if that was right.
Before we go any farther, I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Makoto Naegi.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm nothing but a hopelessly average high school student. Makoto! Yes. And I'm very proud. I'm proud of myself that I at least have a smidge of how to pronounce some Japanese names properly. Some Japanese names. Oh, I'm horrible at pronouncing them. I will just not bother. Average on the outside, average on the inside. Ah, yes, sounds like me. You missed this short little bean? Aw. I really don't have much going for me when it comes to grades, special abilities, even personality. Oh, Makoto. You cute, cute little bean. Absolutely love his outfit, by the way. I like the whole entire hoodie over a blazer. It just looks kind of nice. I mean, yeah, I have hobbies and stuff I like to do, but it's not like I'm a psychic or a mutant or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you asked me what my favorite song was or my favorite movie or TV show, they'd all just be whatever's most popular at that particular moment. That is definitely not me. My favorite show will always be Sailor Moon. I love that to death. It's my favorite anime of all time. But I've also got kind of nostalgia rose-tinted glasses on that one. And favorite book was definitely not what's popular. Even among the average, I'm completely average, so I can't even say I'm your everyday hero type. Tuxedo Mask, yes. Tuxedo Mask. Mamoru. Shiba Mamoru. I absolutely love him. He was my first husbando. That's just who I am. Anyway, I figure it's always good to introduce yourself right off the bat. But you know, if I have any kind of strong points, so to speak, I'd say I'm a little more gung-ho than other people. Sorry, I derailed it by mentioning Sailor Moon. I mean, look at me, I'm completely ordinary, but still. Here I am, standing in front of the anything but ordinary Hope's Peak Academy. Still can't believe I'm standing here. Wonder if someone like me can survive at a place like this. Oh, thank you for the follow, Marty. It's got this overwhelming presence, like it's trying to swallow me whole. Oop, wait for me. Thank you for the follow, Snowpierce. But it's no wonder I would feel that way. What you have to understand is, well, let me just tell you about the preparation I did last night to get ready for today. Oh god. I'll keep them. Apparently my friend knows them. I guess everything they're state-of-the-art. This year's ultimate pop sensation is going to be there. It's going there. Yeah, the ultimate baseball pro. Only for winners. Anyone can. Hope's Peak only invites those students who are the truly elite in their field. Well, you gotta go. Okay, have a good night, Marty. See you around. Again, thank you for... Yeah, you were the one that rated me and dropped me a follow, so thank you. So, have a good night, Marty. It's such a popular topic, there are threads online dedicated to talking about the school's attendees. So to prepare, I looked up some of those threads, and all I saw was talk about ultimate students, who were way beyond your average high schooler. For example, one incoming student is the ultimate pop sensation. I guess she's a high school girl who's also the lead singer for a pop group famous all over the country. There's also the ultimate baseball star. He was the cleanup hitter for the National High School Champs. Pro teams already have their eyes on him. The girl on the far right. Oh yeah, her face was just like, he? Then there's the ultimate fashionista. Ah yes, Junko Enoshima. Oh, Junko. She's been on the cover of tons of fashion magazines. She's what every high school girl wants to be. Sure. Oh, and they mentioned the ultimate biker gang leader too. scary thing is he's the de facto leader of every biker gang in Japan. Gangs everywhere love the guy. On top of that, there's the ultimate martial artist, ultimate fanfic creator, the ultimate gambler, that man on crack. Ultimate swimming pro, programmer, clairvoyant, and then some. Reading that made me realize how totally powerless I was. It was the country's finest, top to bottom. I felt like a tame little house cat who'd wandered into a pride of lions. But still, there was something I couldn't stop thinking about. You see, there were a few students who I couldn't find any info on, no matter how much I looked. With all those ultimate students, I'm the only one without any kind of worthwhile talent. Then what about those other new students who didn't seem to pop up anywhere? Could they be just average students like me without any talent or anything? That thought was kind of encouraging. I mean, I know I don't have much in the way of personality. Beyond that, there's an even bigger issue. How did such an unbelievably average student like me get picked to come to this ultimate high school? I mean, I guess there is a reason. You just have to take one glance at the acceptance letter they sent me to see why. We recently held a lottery to select one ordinary student to attend our school. As a result, you've been selected and we invite you to join us as the ultimate lucky student. They spelled it out plain as day. I got invited by pure luck. Honestly, I probably would have been better off just declining their offer. But after hearing how graduating, is English going to be my friend tonight? Oh no. Was a guarantee for success later in life, I just couldn't say no. But then actually standing there in front of the school, I started to feel lost, like I know it's summer. I started to feel lost, like I didn't belong there. I could feel myself losing my nerve. But still, I can't just stand here in front of the gate forever. Frozen in place, murmuring to myself, I looked down at the acceptance letter clutched in my hand. That there would be a meeting for all incoming students in the main hall at 8 AM. The meeting still isn't for a little while, but I should probably just head in. Yeah, let's do this. I gathered up all my determination and tried to act like I'd done this a million times before. And I took my first step toward the main hall. This is where we're supposed to meet, right? I guess I'm the first one here? There's a really elegant clock over in the corner. It says it's 7:10 AM. The meeting doesn't start until 8 o'clock, so there is still a full 50 minutes left. Makes sense nobody else will be here yet. I was so wound up I got here way too early. I have plenty of time before the meeting, just standing or waiting isn't exactly... I should take a look around the school. Maybe that'll help me calm down a little. I am a student here now, so there shouldn't be any problem with me having a look around, right? It'll help me kill some time if nothing else. Trying to play it cool, I took my first step into Hope's Peak Academy. It's also my first step towards starting a new life and a new school. At least that's what I was hoping for. Ah, yes, the mind-bending warping of the reality around us. What the... The instant I took that first step forward, my view became warped. Twisted. It was like some kind of delusion melting away and mixing together into something else. spinning, mixing, melting away, then spinning again. Ooh, I mean, yeah. And the next moment, everything went black. Oh no. We did too much crack. Snowpiercer, you are absolutely a fucking treat to have in my chat here. That was how it all began, and how life as I knew it came to an end. At that point, I should have realized the reason I was brought to Hope's Peak Ultimate Academy wasn't because I had ultimate good luck. It was so I could experience ultimate despair. Prologue. Welcome to Despair. Welcome to Despair High School. Yes, I would like to save my data. Okay. That's what I had originally saved it as. Okay, well, F it. I'm going to save it here. I'm going to overwrite my old file because I have no idea what I was doing. So, I'll overwrite this file. Makoto. A bunch of ellipses. Okay, can we speak? Nah. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body feels heavy. It's pretty normal for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? This isn't a classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Oh lordy. Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy. Firstly, we'd like to explain the basic controls. Good, because I don't remember the controls for this game. Gods. You can use the mouse to adjust my aim. If you aim at an object you can interact with, you can press the left mouse button and press so you'll investigate that object. To adjust my viewpoint, okay. Or I can press and hold the right mouse button and move the mouse around. Okay. Why don't I try looking around the classroom? That's the desk I fell asleep on. I can still see a line of drill I must have left there. I'll have to clean that up later. Hey, what's that on the desk? An orientation guide? Hey there, new kid! The next semester is about to start. Starting today, this school will be your entire world. Some kind of cheap-looking pamphlet, and there's something handwritten on it. Oh, okay, I didn't realize I was gonna actually read the pamphlet. The next semester is about to start. Starting today, the school will be your entire world. What the hell? Is this someone's idea of a joke? Cameras! Is that a surveillance camera? It's a dangerous world we live in. I guess they have these to keep weirdos from just wandering in. What the heck? In any normal classroom, that's where a window should be. It looks like some kind of metal plate has been bolted over it. Awkward. Oh gods. Stoppers are no joke. Oh. And if I were to knock on it? Yep, definitely metal. Thick too. Very solid. Yes, you are Doge. You are very Doge, Makoto. Wait, that's not what matters here. More importantly, why are there metal plates over windows? there's a TV. The school is funded by the national government, so I guess it's not that weird to have TVs in here. Thing feels off. I wonder what it is. And the clock. Geez, I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. It was just after 7 when I first got here. Has it really been almost an hour since then? Okay, let's see. So, what might have happened is I got myself so wound up, I passed out in the main hall, and then someone carried me here? Hi, Cameron Jid! Don't worry, we don't bite here. Though I can't say that for Monokuma, though. If that's true, it must mean this is a classroom inside Hope's Peak. They always do. Trust me, I don't bite. Hard. It's everywhere. But then if that's true, that just raises more questions. This is really strange. Oi, little comedian. I mean, those metal plates covering the windows, it's like it's a prison or something. Or Jester? None of this makes any sense. I should probably head back to the main hall. Already past the meeting time. There might be other students there now. I can leave the classroom by pressing the R key. Okay. Oh, then let's leave the classroom. Yes, because I've already looked at everything in the room. Oh. Geez, this hallway is kind of weird too. This is getting stranger by the second. Call me what you want to call me. I honestly have no idea what's going on. For now, I'll just head to the main hall. Use, those keys to move through the hallway. Hold down shift while moving to run. Also, I can press the tab key to bring up a map. Thank you. You refuse to spoil this game? You're very interested in my perspective? Also, why is everything pink? Yeah, I don't... Yeah, that is kind of bothering me. Why is it pink here? Because it's... Wait, flower? Wait, what? Okay, I have no idea what is going on there, but okay. I'm gonna continue with the game. Okay, let's actually sit up straight so that way I wonder where this red door leads. I'm starting to feel sick standing here. Ew. He can call me Flower if he wants to. Oh. This Bear Hotel? Spare Hotel? I guess it's a place for people to stay overnight, but anyway, I need to get to the main hall. Oh. Yeah, because Bambi is a staple of melodramatic horror. Yep. Okay, AV room. Danger, keep out. Store, okay. The store, I guess it's not open. Also, your name in Japanese means flower? Oh. Okay. This has gotta be the main hall, I think. I'm just gonna go straight into it. I'm not gonna like Hannah? Okay. By the time I got back to the main hall, everyone else was already there.
Whoa,
Yes.
hey! Another new kid?
Oh, guys, I'm forgetting that this part is voice acted.
Huh? Then you guys are all...
Yeah, we're all new here. Today's supposed to be our first day of class.
So, counting him, that makes 15. Seems like a good cutoff point, but
Can't wait
I
to find
wonder
out
if this
who my
is
favorite
everyone.
is. Standing before me were the ultimate students that had been handpicked by the school. I mean, each of these characters has got a very unique and very interesting design. Like, tell me everything. It'll tell you everything you need to know about me. I looked around at everyone who'd gathered there, picking in their faces one at a time. Each of them are so unique and they're just interesting. Maybe I was just imagining it, but I swear I could feel a kind of aura coming from each of them. Oh my lord. How's it going? My name's Makoto Naegi. Sorry I'm late, a bunch of stuff happened and then all of a sudden I was just asleep. That or your favorite ice cream flavor? How you eat ice cream? Choice? Okay. When it comes to ice cream, well, how I eat ice cream, I usually eat in a bowl with a spoon. But that's if I'm at home. If I'm out and I get ice cream from like one of those like actual ice cream shops that, you know, got the cones in that, I will get a waffle cone. Bruh, you lost your bandage? It's the middle of the night for you? Oh no. Oh no. That is not fun when it's like really dark and you put something down or you misplaced it. Oh no. Yeah, where was the bandage located? Like, I really hope it's not like a very serious like witchcraft theories. Somewhere on your bed? Okay. Favorite ice cream flavor though, it all depends on my mood really, because depending on my mood, I will range from getting like tiger ice cream, which is basically orange and licorice, to like usually I get something with chocolate, like I'm a very big chocolate fiend. I have a huge sweet tooth. Actually, hands down, my favorite flavor of ice cream is actually it's like an espresso chocolate ice cream. I always got it whenever my family went to this buffet that's local to us. It was always my favorite ice cream to get from the table of ice cream that they had at the buffet. Just wrapped around your toe and then all of a sudden you didn't feel it anymore. Ooh.
Huh?
Oh, you too? He gives me kind of Shaggy vibes. Like... Things just keep getting curiouser and curiouser. She is definitely a unique character. I kind of like the style of her clothing. I kind of like the gothic Lolita. Tells you that I'm versatile, but I have limit. You enjoy the richer things in life, but you want to earn it yourself. You prefer a bowl because it's contained, but if you're out in public, you'd probably prefer a cone. Yeah, when I'm out in public, I actually get a waffle cone. Always waffle cone, unless they are not available. Like, if the ice cream shop doesn't serve waffle cones, then I'll just get a regular cone, but I prefer waffle cones. They're just so good. Actually, no, I don't get sprinkles. I don't actually get sprinkles. And I'm also a heathen, and I freaking will bite my ice cream. I am the heathen that bites the ice cream instead of, like, actually just sitting there and, like, slowly enjoying it by, like, eating it like a normal person would. Like, I just ferociously just chomp on it. Sorry. Sorry if I'm, like, making anybody uncomfortable. So strange. I declare beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a very strange situation indeed. Yes, you are in a taku. You. What are you talking about? I honestly have no idea what's going on right now.
Got it!
Very prim, very proper, and absolutely uniform is so straight. No, sorry, ice cream is the way you tell many things about a person. I'll let this life for your virtue. Okay. He seems like this guy seems like he's got a fucking stick shoved up his ass kind of thing. I'll probably get you uncomfortable if I tell you the reason why there's a bandage on my toenail. You're mature, it's admirable. Okay. Ooh, yeah, no, I have a fairly good idea as to why a bandage would be on your toenail. If it's the reason I think it is, that fucking sucks and it hurts like a son of a bitch, probably. Sorry, I do curse. What? A bandage on your toenail? Whenever I've had a bandage on my... There's 10 reasons I think of right now why a bandage could be on your toenail. See, when I think of bandage on toenail, I think, like, a splitting of, like, you, like, stubbed your toe against something and it wound up, like, the toenail split partially. I've done that before. Hurts like a son of a bitch.
Listen to me!
Makoto, your tardiness is unacceptable. Surely you were aware the meeting was to start at 8 AM sharp. And yes, the bandage is dead in your cheek. Yeah, if you lost the bandage off your toe, yeah, you're not finding that bandage until morning. It is somewhere in your bedding, whether that be the sheets, a blanket, or a sock. Yeah. Yeah, this guy seems like he's got a fucking stick shoved up his ass about fucking being punctual, and... Ooh. Don't hate Taka too much. I'm not hating on him, I'm just saying that he's a punctual person. You had an appointment today? Well, was, but because my toenail looks like stairs. Okay. To be late on your first day is unspeakable. I must report you and you must accept your due punishment. It's like me.
What?
very, very big eyebrows. What's your problem? It's not like he wanted to be late. He didn't have any control over it. Yes, I'm giving her the Valley Girl voice just because I had a very strong feeling.
That's right!
Everyone, just calm down. Listen, why don't we all go around and introduce ourselves?
Huh?
The hell? Now's no time for friggin' introduction. Everyone gives her that voice. Well, I mean, it just fits Junko. I mean, it fits Junko. Each nail there was growing on top of each to the point that you had 6 layers. Okay. And yeah, the Valley Girl voice kind of, it just does fit Junko. I mean, although Junko is crazy. Maybe, but it may be good to at least find out who we all are before digging into the bigger problems here. Junko is the best girl. Fight me. Junko is a very wonderful character. I can still say that she's crazy though. I mean, how are we even supposed to talk to each other if we do not know each other's names?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, so let's get introductions out of the way, then we can move on to whatever else. Sound good? I'm still totally lost, but I think it's best to just focus on getting to know each other for now. Oh, sweetie, she's basically a crime scene journalist. Oh. So I guess this is as good a chance as I'm gonna get. I already looked everyone up on that Hooks Peak Academy thread online, but still don't really know what kind of people they actually are. Time to find out. Okay, so start by talking to these 5. I'm going to save Sayaka for last. That was a metaphor, not a clue. Each conversation is important to the overall story, so keep track of how they go. Okay, I'm gonna save Sayaka for last. Like, the last out of these 5. You don't have socks on because they got wet. Oh, wet socks are the worst! No! Oh, ew, ew, ew. I hate wet socks. That just makes my toes curl and cringe. Okay. Let's start with Kiyotaka Ishimaru.
I'm Kiyotaka Ishimaru. I believe in bold simplicity. Let's work together on our educational crusade.
Like I said, you're a dishwasher at a restaurant and a workout? Oh, okay. Oh god. Kiyotaka, you have got eyebrows, both man. You have got eyebrows. Look at those eyebrows. So being soaked is the norm. Ugh, that's... Ultimate moral compass. So that's Kiyotaka. According to what I saw about him on that thread, he went to a famous private school and won top honors every year. He's basically a flawless honor student. It's your dream job? Working as a dishwasher at a restaurant, or you only get to be a dishwasher 1 day a week? Ooh. More like ultimate hall monitor. You're technically a prep cook? Ah, that's cool. He's also known for the work he's done with his community's Public Morals Committee. They say he respects rules above all else, earning him the title of Ultimate Moral Compass. Anyway, you can call me Taka. You said your name was Makoto Naegi, right?
Ha 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 ha!
That's a good name. A strong name. You should thank your parents for giving you such an excellent name. Yes, Makoto should be very, very thankful to his parents.
You hear me?
And to keep that name from losing its value, you must devote yourself every single day.
Got it!
Life is worth putting every ounce of effort into it, right? Right. This guy is kind of annoying. Pull until you realize to come home at 9 a.m. to make sure the restaurant is clean. The walk-in is plates and all the food we need is made perfectly. Yeah, Yep, managing a kitchen and the walk-in and everything is not. That is just... Ugh. I used to work in the service industry. I worked as a waitress for many a year. 3 years in high school for a Chinese restaurant. Actually not even a 1 year. I only lasted like 3/4 of the year at a bar before I moved out of my parents' place and moved in with my now husband. That was... 5 years ago now? Yeah, that takes attention and focus. Washing dishes, yeah, it's just you on autopilot. Washing dishes, you could just like... Okay, at home washing dishes, you can just be on autopilot listening to a video and just washing dishes and drying. When you're in a restaurant, yeah, probably being on autopilot with washing dishes probably makes the day feel like it's going by a little bit faster because you're not even realizing what time it is to some degree. You don't need to pay attention to anything on Tuesday except making sure everyone has what they need when they need it. That toy is nice. This guy is not exactly annoying. Tactile's not exactly annoying. He's just very... uptight. He's a very straight-laced person that is just... Ugh. Oh, lovely. There's a surveillance camera that has what looks like a gun attached to it, but there's no way that's a real gun, right? Yeah, during prep, you need to have timing down to an art. Yeah, that makes sense.
I am Hifumi Yamada. But if you want to call me by my nickname,
The Alpha and the Omega!
I don't mind.
Taka is just the ultimate student. Yeah, he's... like... you are very, very, you find much pride in being always on time, uniformed properly, you know, cleaned and pressed and everything. And there's no problem with that, but it just means that that's how he wants to present himself. Thank you, Cameron Jade for the follow. Oh guys, Hifumi Yamada, you kind of are probably gonna get a little annoying, aren't you? The ultimate fanfic creator. Actually, isn't he, in the Japanese version of his name, isn't it like a Ultimate Dojinshi or something like that? Like, it's still kind of fanfic, but it's more of like Dojinshi, which are, which can be very, yeah, he's a Dojinshi artist. Yeah, that's what I was like, Pretty sure in the original Japanese version, he could go Jinchi artist, but they call him a fanfic creator in the English version. I'm like, no, he's not a fanfic creator. Fanfic is usually written. Not many fanfics are comics or art. Yeah, it can be hentai or ecchi. It can be those two, but it can be innocent too, yes. It can be just pure fluff. Just pure innocent fluff. It isn't usually fanfiction form, yeah. Yeah. Doujinshi are just basically like fan-made comics and fan-made manga that can be hentai, ecchi, or they can be just pure innocent fluff of just so sweet. They do what they do, only in art form, yeah. By the way, how much do you know about the world of 2D art? World of 2D? Well, in that world, I am well known and supremely well regarded as the ultimate fanfic creator. You're a fanfiction writer? Hey, fanfiction is... I'll admit, I love reading a lot of fanfic. I will read quite a bit of fanfic. You're writing a Danganronpa fanfic right now? Oh, cool! Like, fanfic can be really well done. Like, it's sad. Oh. It's super sad. Oh. I once sold 10,000 copies of one of my fan comics at a school festival. The event has passed into legend. Some of them didn't get it, of course, saying I'd tainted the event. How stupid can you be? Like your Hunger Games of fanfic? Yet, anything where there's kind of, Battle Royale kind of mechanic. You've been traumatized while reading fanfics? Oh. I mean, I will admit that I have read some pretty interesting fanfics. There is one fanfic that I shared with a friend that I'm like, you have to read this just because of... It is so bad it's good. Battle Royale is amazing. You love it as a manga and a book, but the movie, oh jeez, yeah. That's too bad about them, but selling 10,000 copies like that is definitely pretty remarkable. It's your favorite movie? That's... I am very much like innocent kind of person that no one even knows what Battle Royale is these days. The only reason I know what Battle Royale is because of the fact that I kind of did this weird, like, Google tunnel kind of, but, like, I fell into, like, a random rabbit hole of, like, finding out about the Battle Royale genre and then how it started and everything. And come across one story that said lemon in the title, but didn't know who these characters were. So when you clicked on it, oh yeah, yeah, lemons and limes are. If you don't want something indecent, you might want to stay away from the lemons. It was before you found Danganronpa fanfic? Ah. You got traumatized because of that? Yeah, that's understandable. If you don't know the terminology, you can wind up you can wind up reading something and you're not knowing what it actually is until it's too late, and it's like, oh god, what the fuck did I just read? Your Danganronpa fanfic is focused on an impossible take. I'm assuming that meant to be task. Saving everyone. Oh. And by saving everyone, does this even tie into, have you watched the anime Danganronpa 3 Despair side, I think it is? Or Hope side? I know. Okay. Yeah, no, I think it's Despair side is what it's called. That's the one that's the side of the of that anime that is the past, I'm pretty sure. Bro, that's literally me, like, what the fuck did I just read at? So, by saving everyone, are you even including the one that was in that portion that also is no longer with the world? You'd like it, but you'd hate it too. Oh.
However,
The words of such idiots mean nothing to me. I am like Van Gogh, utterly unappreciated in my time. Thing is that, some doujinshi, creators actually become, like, full-blown mangakas and all that. Like, they wind up making their own stories that eventually get turned into, like, published manga that winds up, like, becoming mainstream eventually for some of them. I can't remember who it was that did, like, a bunch of, like, ecchi and hentai kind of manga, or hentai doujin, and then they wound up writing their own manga, and it, like, was really, really good. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head now. Yeah, well, that's how Gumi got famous. Yeah. I am a soldier serving night and day to destroy all mindless preconceptions about fanfiction. Fanfiction, I will admit, can be really good. It gives fans a different way to enjoy the same characters in a slightly different way. It can also be terrible. Oh yeah, there are tons of there is some really bad fanfic out there. There are just, like, there's always going to be that portion of, no matter what fandom it is, there's always going to be that percent. There's always going to be some that, like, are just very toxic, some that just absolutely hate on certain ships and everything, and it's like, I don't really care what ships people have. Like, when it comes to Sailor Moon, I am very much of, that's the only one where I'm a little bit against one ship. I personally do not like it, but if somebody else ships it, I'm not gonna diss them. I'm not gonna, like, berate them for it. It is their choice to like that particular ship. It's not one of my favorites. I actually really don't like it. He came across this one Danganronpa life fic, and the first person's name who recommended the first character was literally named Boobs, all caps. Oh god. Let's see, what was the ship again? It was Usagi and it was I think it's Starfighter, I think is the one that a lot of people ship Sailor Moon with. I think it's Usagi and the Sailor Starfighter, I think, is the one, or think that their actual name is like Seiya, I think is what it is in the manga and anime. Yeah, that's the one ship that I just can't get behind. I don't particularly care for it, but... Yes, yeah, I probably am butchering the name, but yeah. You're starting to see different fandoms though. Oh, that's good. Yeah, and I never understood why the Sailor Star series is a bit of a controversy. Yeah, the anime version is like, why did they do that? In the manga, it is totally different because it's just them cross-dressing. It's not them... Oh, and I said it right the first time? Seiya? Okay. That's what I thought. Sometimes I doubt myself whenever I'm like, wait, am I saying that right? Like, in the manga, they're just cross-dressing, like, they're dressing like dudes, but they are still, like, they still have female bodies. You don't Sailor Moon, though? Sorry. The whole transformation thing is up for interpretation. Yeah. Oh, you don't... You meant that you don't watch it? Yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Hi, Papino! They're Sailor Scouts, which means they're women, but on Earth they took male forms? Okay, yeah. See, when I was reading the manga, because I've got the manga on my shelf, I think that they were just still I think they were still women, but on Earth they were just dressing and acting like men in order to search for their princess, I think was how it was done. I can't remember off the top of my head. I would have to actually go reread the manga. You're tired and barely keep your eyes open, so you can't stay? Oh, that's alright, Papino. Go and get some sleep. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Have a good evening, Papino, and thank you. I will definitely I'll try to have a great evening and stream. And the Sailor Stars series is your favorite arc? Yeah, it's a pretty good arc, and it's a good way that with the way that the manga at least ended, I really enjoyed it. The original anime, not as much, but also because of the fact that it was really hard for me to find all of the flippin' episodes. I had to really, really dig for all the episodes when I was watching it originally, because of the fact that explores a lot of situations, yeah. And part of that also might be part of the reason why I might not have enjoyed it as much is because of the fact that when I originally rewatched the Sailor Moon series, I was about 13, 14. And I haven't watched it again. So I really probably should watch it again, and along with the fact that I've been watching Sailor Moon Crystal, I actually need to watch the movies. I'm gonna get back into the game. You're 32, so... Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. I'm only 26, and I grew up with Sailor Moon on the TV. Cardcaptor Sakura, Yu-Gi-Oh! BRB. Yes, I need to explore. I need to continue the game. I need to at least get through chapter 1, and at least get through the prologue and through chapter 1 tonight. I have set myself a goal. I'm sure if you were to observe my work, Mr. Naegi, you would comprehend its greatness immediately. For my work is filled with deepest meaning. What kind of meaning?
Yes, indeed.
It's about embracing our basest urges. Oh, Hifumi. I don't think I want to comprehend that. Okay, Coco or Leon? Might as well get the baseball star out of the way.
Yo, the name's Leon Kuwata. What's up?
Ultimate baseball star. I recognize that name. He played for the National High School champs as their cleanup hitter. The ultimate baseball star. That superb athletic specimen is... you? Seriously? Huh? What's wrong? Nothing. I'm just surprised. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is nice as an anime unless you... Oh god. I actually have a Joey deck. One year for a birthday, my dad actually got me a Joey deck for my birthday because when those were still being sold in stores and that, because my dad had like he has his own Joey deck. I think he's also got a Kaiba deck, and I think he also bought, I know that he bought like most of the decks that actually came out when I was still a kid and when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was really big on TV. He stopped the Joey deck was sold alongside the Kaiba and Yugi deck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad has a Joey, a Kaiba, and a Yugi deck. I actually, as a kid, I temporarily lost my Joey deck because of the fact that I was organizing and sorting my cards out because I had not only my Joey deck, but I also had gotten like a bunch of like extra cards from like some friends that, you know, they had so many cards in their collection that they were like, well, here, I've got so many duplicates of this. Here, have them. And I was organizing my cards. I left them on the floor where I wasn't supposed to. So I think it was my dad, he cleaned them all up off the floor and I lost my deck temporarily. I was supposed to only lose it for about a week. Yeah, he forgot where he put it, so up until my parents moved, and my parents moved like many years after this incident happened. Like, I was like still in elementary school when this happened. Like, it would have been 2005 when this happened. My dad found the deck in my parents moved out of their place in 2017. So from 2005 until 2017, my deck was just like up and gone. I didn't have it. I had no way of finding it. Your mom ripped up your first edition Japanese Dark Magician Girl because it was demon. Oh no. Oh, you found the bandage? Yay, Snowpiercer, you found the bandage. That's awesome. I can't read that. That just breaks my heart. Oh god, it's like Dark Magician Girl is a very pretty card, and but oh no, I feel so sorry for you. It was in a blanket of some sort or in your sheets? Freezer? Where are we getting the freezer from now? But when my parents, it was under your blankets? Okay. When my parents finally moved out of their place, that is when my dad finally found where he put my Joey deck. My dad collects some like these German steins, and he had them up in a display, up in a cabinet above our TV when I used to live with them. He had put my Joey deck in one of his big-ass steins. And he completely forgot that he put it there until they wound up pulling those steins down to, like, carefully wrap them and package them away for moving. And that's when they found my deck. And my dad was like, yeah, we found your deck. And you found a TV remote in your freezer once. Now you check the freezer for everything. Okay. I mean, I put some things in weird places. I mean, like, I have like at points when I've been putting like, oh yeah, when people drink, or if you live where I live, smoking pot, yeah, that. If you get high off of pot or that, or if you drink, yeah, you can put shit in weird places. But back to the game before. I love chatting with you guys because it makes me feel like I'm not alone here. This whole stream we're just gonna talk about random stuff. Yeah, I know, and I don't want to get flagged by somebody from Twitch going, you're not really actually playing the game, you're just chatting. And I'm like, no, I'm playing the game in between. Shoes. You found shoes in... Okay. No, nothing. I'm just surprised. I figured with you being the ultimate baseball star
Give me
and all...
a break.
What? Were you expecting some kid with a shaved head? Hey, things do happen when you are intoxicated in one way or another. Oh yeah, at least it's not pillows in the oven. Shaved head? No, I was just expecting more of a, you know, sporty-looking, traditional baseball player type. I mean, when I found that article and picture of you online, that's how you look then. That was a Step Brothers joke. I never watched Step Brothers. I am not very cultured, apparently. What? Oh man, you found that picture of me playing baseball? Seriously? I hate that picture. Okay, I will write it down. I will watch it at some point. I've got 1,000,001 movies and I watch at some point. Yeah, Leon hates baseball. Yeah, that does not surprise me when you wind up in like an ultimate and you wind up like being pigeonholed into this one thing.
What the crap?
This is not cool. This is so not cool. Seriously, I'm like mega embarrassed right now. I didn't have a choice, okay? Shaving your head like that is part of national championship regulation.
I mean, seriously?
But now I refuse to cut my hair, and I'm not gonna dye it back to normal either.
Hey, listen.
Actually, can I be totally honest with you?
You know...
I don't like baseball, like, at all. I've never gone to a single practice. He's never practiced, and he was still his team's star player. He's some kind of prodigy. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that, you know, this poor kid... He might have liked baseball at one point, but when you wind up just being known for that and that it, now he's probably really good at science and math. Yeah, that could be it. I'm like... No one will ever know though. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, like... That's the unfortunate thing is that I love these characters. These characters are really good though.
Yeah!
And as soon as I got accepted here, I quit baseball for good. I have my own dream for the future. A dream for the future? My only path in life is getting into music. You can feel that star quality aura I have, right?
You know what I mean.
I'm gonna be a singer, so all I need is a songwriter and someone on guitar, and we're set. But billiards isn't hard if you're good at geometry. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of sports can be fairly easy once you know like kind of the way that things go, I guess. I mean, you do have to be somewhat athletic for some of them, but if you are good with strategies, it's like, eh. Also, there's this neat book.
How cool is that?
To fit everything. It fits everything. Okay. This new version of me that's chasing after my dream is like super cool to the max. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I never imagined I'd hear something like that from a baseball all-star. Hey, Coco!
Not that you'll remember my name anyway, but...
The Art of War by Sun Tzu? Sun Tzu? I'm probably butchering that slightly, but... Huh. Yeah.
I'm Toko Fukawa.
There's more to you than meets the eye. The ultimate writing prodigy. Yes, Toko. Yeah, she wrote a novel when she was 10 and that got everyone talking and launched her literary career. Then 2 years ago, she released So Lingers the Ocean, a love story said to be her masterpiece. The book was such a hit with women that fishermen quickly shot to the top of every hottest men poll. She's a girl after your own heart? Aww. Despite her age, she's won countless literary prizes, and all her books are instant bestsellers. Which is why she's come to be known as the ultimate writing prodigy. She said, "Aw, like, I feel bad for Toko to some degree because there's a lot with her. What else would you call such a young and talented author? I figured she'd be a lovey-dovey type, what with her masterpiece being a romance and all. Because writing is hard. I mean, writing can be hard. Especially with coming up with characters and everything. Yeah, it can be hard, but that's not the reason why I feel bad for her. I do know some of her past. I do remember some snippets of her stuff. I just... been a while.
What's your problem?
What? It's not like to stare, you know.
What the heck?
Stop staring at me like I'm some filthy creature. Wait, you have knowledge of the game? Yeah, I forgot to take the no spoilers off of this game. I actually, you know what? Give me a moment here. I'm gonna edit my thing. I'm gonna remove the no spoilers because of the fact that I do know things about this game. I do have knowledge of this game. Even still, you're not reminding me of anything? Yeah. Filthy creature? No, I just thought... I know what you just thought. You just thought you've never seen such an ugly woman. thought I was so funny. Because that's the type of character you are? Yeah. No, that's not what I was thinking at all.
I'm telling you!
Don't bother trying to lie to me. I know it's true. Otherwise, you know, I know you can't stand looking at me.
Anyway,
Whatever. I don't really care. I'm used to it. Wow. Talk about an inferiority complex. I was way off about what a successful author would be like. Oh, poor Toko. Okay, Sayaka. Let's get her out of the way now.
Hi, I'm Sayaka Mizono. I look forward to getting to know you.
Oh, Sayaka. Ultimate pop sensation. The way she moves is positively mesmerizing. That pleasant scent I can't quite place. I mean, I definitely can't stand smelling her. Oh, gods. Toko. Oh, yeah, Toko. God. Sayaka Mizono. The Mizono joke is funniest. Oh, snap your battery? Oh, yeah. If you are on mobile, don't forget to charge your phone. Twitch can really drain your battery fast. Sorry, give me a moment here. Oh, thank you for hosting me, Cameron. Sorry, there was notification on my phone that was spam again. It was spammed. They always try and get you to freaking well try and log into your Facebook with the two-factor authentication code when it's not actually Facebook, because I have a different way of fucking having that. Oh no, you're watching this on your tablet? This thing can survive longer than your phone? Okay. I saw her name in that thread online. Frankly, I was pretty surprised. She's in a pop group famous all across the country. In fact, she is their lead singer. And there you go, Snowpiercer. The girl on the very right-hand side. Very right-hand back corner. Your phone does the same as well while using Twitch, yeah. As the ultimate pop sensation, she's in high demand, to appear on TV and in magazines everywhere. For those out of the loop, Marzano tomatoes are a thing? Okay. Okay, but actually that's not the only reason I was so surprised to find out she'd be going to this school. I'm sure she doesn't remember, but... never mind. No matter how you slice it, she's really beautiful. Almost like a doll or something. Oh, Makoto. Don't. You're pigeonholing her. You are sticking her in the box. You are putting her in a box. People are more than just the thing that they are known for. There are many facets to people. I'm not a doll, you know. I'm alive. Huh? Did you hear me? I'm psychic. I like that no matter how you said it. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. What? Huh? Kidding. I just have really good intuition. She's a sharp
Hey,
one. Oh. God, the puns. The puns. Huh? Hey, by any chance... Now what?
Huh?
Yeah, it must be. I'm sure of it. And Makoto did...
Just hold on!
Jeez, you guys. How long do you plan to waste your valuable time with this ridiculous back and forth? Sorry, just got carried away, I guess.
You hear me?
Self-introductions are for introducing yourself, not bubbling through a bunch of idle chit-chat. Puns are the marrow of consumption. I usually don't like puns, but the puns in here are at least tolerable, because a lot of the times they'll go over my head and I'll just not even acknowledge them. You're right.
Sorry.
Sorry, Makoto. We can talk about this later. It sounded like Sayaka really had something she wanted to say. But it's not like we'll never see each other again. Like she said, we can talk later. The puns are second to irony in terms of humor. Okay, now talk to those 5 people over there. Oh god. Oh. Okay, let's look at this door. I haven't looked at the door. Holy cow, it's this huge metal hatch. Looks like the kind of thing you'd see in a secret military base or something. This is the same main hall I was in before, right? This door definitely wasn't here then, though. Alright, let's start with Mondo.
Name's Mondo Owada. Nice to fucking meet you.
Me. Ultimate biker gang leader. Mondo Owada, huh? Which means he is the current leader of the largest biker gang in Japan. Mondo is... Oh. Mondo... At first, Mondo seems like scary, but Mondo. He's earned respect, even awe, from every gang in the country. He's the ultimate biker gang leader. Nice to meet you too.
Yo.
Hell yeah. I'd better be careful around him. One wrong word and I could wake up at the bottom of the sea. Ah. He's the bad boy every girl loves.
Hey, I'm Aoi Asahina, but my
Aoi.
friends just call me Hina. Sup?
Ina. Living. Aoi Asahina. She's been breaking records in every competition she's been in since elementary school. She's even been chosen as an upcoming Olympic cadet. She is without a doubt the ultimate swimming pro. Hina, I have questions. We'll get to them. We'll get them in chapter 2. Oh. The combination of her ability, appearance, and proportions has been widely discussed online. What was your name again? Sorry, totally forgot. Makoto Nae. Oh yeah, I knew it was something like that. No, not something like that. It is that. Hina. Come on.
You got it!
Yeah, sure. Got it. Here, I'll hammer it into my brain
Yeah.
right now. Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi. Also, as a girl with big tit, water drag is a thing. Now, water drag is a real thing. Main reason why majority of the fastest swimmers are pretty flat-chested because of, you know, dynamics. Yeah, how is she the ultimate swimmer? Unless she fucking binds those things down, which is not good. Binding is never a good thing. That is just, it causes a lot more issues. She just kept repeating my name and moving her finger across her palm like she was writing something. Okay, so just notice that your bandage is more loose than before the morning, so you're gonna take it off? Okay. What are you doing?
Huh?
You don't know? If you want to remember someone's name, you gotta write it on your hand 3 times. Yeah, airing wounds is healthy. Yeah, it's good to air it out at points too. I've never heard of that before in my life. Hey, by the way, how do you spell your last name? Just spell it exactly like it sounds. Well, I have no idea. I'll just figure it out later and write it down.
Okay.
Anyway, glad to meet you. Speaking as someone who has been to watch. Haven't Naegi being me when explaining the Japanese language. Yet there is like, isn't there like 3 different types of symbol language used? Like there's hiragana, katakana, and there was one more. Kanji. Sometimes line shift and knife reach. Oh! Also, this is Kingdom Hearts music? Okay. Sure, same here. Yeah, oh. It sounds like it anyway. I could totally see where you're getting that. Yeah, but oh, citrus or salt getting into a cut always hurts like a son of a bitch. Ugh. Also, sorry for anybody that is like lurking and you are like hearing me swear like a sailor and a trucker had a baby. Good way to break in a gifted knife. It hated its name. Ooh. Well, one thing I learned is she's totally easygoing and bursting with energy. Like, it's a cute little bubbly character, but also got a small wound while getting toenail trim that thing's done. Okay. Ooh. Let's go for Junko or Chihiro or Kyoko. You named it Hoshi and then it bit your pinky and your thumb webbing. Ooh. Oh, I am like cringing clearly. So I gave it a new name, Kiba. Oh, that has me cringing. Oh. Kiba means bang in Japanese. Okay. Yeah. Like, I have accidentally, like, while, like, opening, like, small boxes and that have got, like, really, really super thin cardboard that it's almost like paper, I have sliced my thumb with it before because, like, when I was working... Currently, I'm not working right now. I'm currently, on medical leave. Cardboard cuts are worst cuts. Oh yeah, especially when you're dealing with like these really like very thin cardboard for like displays that are like. This one was for like little Lego, like the mini bags of like little Lego figurines. You fear cardboard cuts most of hauling your job? Yeah. I guess another way to describe the box would be kind of similar to how, like most of those trading card game boxes are. You know, the display box with all the cards on the inside and the little fancy display portion that winds up, you know, you fold it and it sits. And thank you for the follow! Nagito is a castaway. How about we go Junko.
Hi! I'm
Nagito
Junko
is
Enoshima.
good boy.
Charmed, I'm sure.
His best boy. Or so you hear. Junko. Magazine. You do not match. Castaway Nagito is a castaway. Ultimate fashionista. Junko's best girl. Yeah. Anybody would recognize this one. She's got more charm and presence than any high school girl in the country. She's the ultimate fashionista. Fight you? I won't fight ya. I've seen her in tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality.
What?
Huh?
Come on.
Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course. Those are total photoshopped. She gets it. She really gets it. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited a hell and back with, like, computers and junk? Oh, so they aren't real. He's pretty.
What can we do?
Come on, don't act so surprised. You're gonna make me all depressed.
Totally.
It's totally normal these days to Photoshop the crap out of cover photos. Oh, hell yeah, totally Photoshop. If you're surprised by that, you'd be totally blown away by a certain dangerous little diva of ours. They make the eyes and junk super big and tweak the skin so it looks all ceramic and porcelain. Oh. So many dreams are getting crushed today. Little Chihiro.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Chihiro Fujisaki.
Aww. No. My little bean. Programmer. Sorry, I get kind of embarrassed whenever I introduce myself like this. Anyway, I hope we can get along. Same here, nice to meet you.
Huh?
Huh? Maybe it's just my imagination, but have we met before? I don't think so. We just met for the first time, which is why I said nice to meet you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Sorry. Photoshop doesn't fix eyes. Yeah, the shade of blue for the eyes is not quite right. I mean, the other thing is, how hard is it to Photoshop away freckles? I don't know how hard or how easy it is to Photoshop freckles away. Easy? Okay. You don't have to apologize for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Chihiro Fujisaki is known for all the cutting-edge programs she's created. She is the ultimate programmer. Aww, Chihiro is an adorable little being. Yeah, you can Photoshop anything in or out. Yeah. Yeah, true, you can Photoshop anything. Photoshop will fix, well, it just... That's why you have to be very conservative with the amount of Photoshop you do with some things. Otherwise, then you go from, like, just touching up and making things look a little bit smoother than that, to being, like, absolute, like, what the fuck? That is not the person. You wrote your fanfic because of Chihiro? Aww. I just want to take a drink out of my cup. I've got a straw in my cup. I damn near tried to put the straw in my nose. I am not brilliant. She's also got that timid little bunny type thing going, which has endeared her to her legion of fans. Thank you, Nagito is a castaway. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Nagito just to make it easier, because that is a very long name. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind me just calling you Nagito just to make it easier on me. You always die out of laughter because of the freaking comments. Person who is in a game simulation of Danganronpa trigger. Okay. Hey, so listen. Yeah, it's very caught me Nagito.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry. Huh? What are you apologizing for now? Well, just because you seem upset, you must be mad at me, right? Rolling goal to save everyone. Yeah. No, not at all. I was just lost in thought about something. Huh? Lost in thought? Yeah, it had nothing to do with me being upset or anything.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good. I was afraid maybe you didn't like me. I'm glad. Wondering to understand why her fans are so into her. Kyoko Kirigiri. Oh god. The self-insert except well, her character is very open. Can I ask you your name?
My name is Kyoko Kirigiri.
Oh. Ultimate question mark. She's pretty tight-lipped, huh? Oh, but you know, her name didn't show up anywhere in that Hope's Academy thread. I did see that there were students like me. The hero is kind of adorable. You're willing to feel sad and make you feel happy, but still feel guilty afterwards because she thinks it's her fault. And saving everyone, that's silly. Yeah, Chihiro is just this cute, adorable little bean. I absolutely love Chihiro. Chihiro's a tiny little bean that you want to protect. I take it you really like Kyoko. It is kind of true, not gonna lie. Once who didn't have any real identity or presence. Could this girl be one of them? So what are you doing at this school?
What?
What's that supposed to mean? No, I just meant getting invited here means you're some kind of ultimate something, right? So what ultimate something are you?
That doesn't matter.
Why should I tell you? Huh? Well, I guess you don't have to tell me. Whew. No, I don't have to tell you. So I'm not going to. The thing about her turned up online, so I was thinking maybe she got picked by chance like me, but... Her face is like an iron mask. If she doesn't want to tell me anything, no point in asking. Those four over there are the only ones left. Yeah, cold as ice. Okay, let's start with Sakura.
I am Sakura Ogami.
Best characters. Big ultimate martial artist. Oh geez, I almost asked her if she was a guy. The day I say something like that out loud is the day I get turned into a human meatball. Or pause if you need. Sakura. Yeah. Oh, I think that there was a... Was there a light novel or was there a manga? There was one of those two that was done up for like a prequel to this before this game. And they show some artwork of like Sakura when she's younger and is not quite the beefcake. Like, she is big beefcake. Very big protector. Okay, you'll stop for now. Sakura deserves a following. Yes. Now I remember, she competed in a martial arts tournament in America and won despite being a girl. You miss these people? Yeah. Sakura is so underrated. Super underrated. She's the ultimate martial artist. She's fought in over 400 matches and never lost a single one. But Fred also said a bit more about her. Some called her Ogre. Some even think she's the closest known relative to the primates, the famed missing link. She got it. She actually got it. Okay. Any incoming Hope's Peak students who are reading this, let me warn you right now. If you value your life, avoid her at all costs. Standing in front of her now, I don't think they were exaggerating about that.
Hey!
Hey, you! Huh? Yes? I stepped to attention without even realizing it. Then she started to poke and prod at my body. That sounds like something fun to do. What are you?
I see.
Muscular quality and quantity is right around that of an extremely ordinary high school student. What a shame. You're not at all fit to act as my training partner. I'm not sure that's such a shame for me. Celeste.
I do not think we have been introduced. I am Celestia Ludenberg.
Ultimate Gambler. Okay. Celestia Luden, huh? Ludenberg. It is my name. But if you don't mind, I would prefer for you to call me Celeste. You are Japanese, right?
Huh?
Of course. Why do you ask? If you don't mind, could you tell me your real name? I don't know what you were talking about. Celestia Ludenberg is my real name. But as I mentioned, I would much rather you call me Celeste. She is polite but pretty forceful at the same time. I don't think she wants me to say any more about it. Don't mind me. I just apparently tried to inhale spit. I don't know why. My body does that randomly. Oh, ow. Not yet. Best boy, let's argue. Oh. Just came back from burning your toast? Drink some milk, I mean water. Oh god. Yeah, I just drank some water. I don't know why that happens at points. And no, I did not skip. I kind of skipped over Byakuya right now. I kind of just am going random. Byakuya, I might leave. I actually will leave him for last. I don't think she wants me to say more about it. I guess the rumors in that thread were right about her. The self-styled Celestia Ludenberg. He's the ultimate gambler who's never lost a bet. I agree, Yakuya's best boy. I refuse to apologize. Other than her obvious love of gothic Lolita clothes, everything about her is wrapped in a veil of lies. They say she entered and won an underground gambling tournament, earning the title Queen of Liars. She totally cleaned out the other players, taking their life savings and laughing as she did it. Yakuya is the monkey. Yes, he is. I look forward to getting to know you better. That smile is beyond deceptive. I'd better watch myself around her. All of these first impressions of the characters, it's like, but they are so much more than these, like, they're ultimates and all
I'm
that.
Yasuhiro Hagakure. Hero for short. Take it easy, yeah? I know I will.
Yes, the man that has been made into a legend about all of the goddamn smoke weed every day meme. Like, I remember him being made into so many of those memes, and it's just like, yep. Hero is Dan, argue. I can't say that. I don't think I could argue that. I don't. No, it's ultimate clairvoyant. But he also kind of reminds me of Shaggy. Well, you guys probably don't know Dan. Depends on what Dan you're talking about. There are so many different types of. There are so many people named Dan. I mean, I follow at least one Dan on Twitch here. That would be Domestic Dan. But YouTube-wise, there's a rabbit hole of fucking how many different Dans there are. Game Grumps Dan? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I totally see it. Now that you mention it, yep, I see it. Yasuhiro Hagakure, known as Supernova in the psychic community. The trends they had a play. Oh, right. They did a playthrough of this game. I completely forgot about that. Oh my god, you have a family here? Wait, what? Okay. The trend-setting ultimate clairvoyant. Honestly, I don't really get all that fortune-telling stuff. It's pretty much beyond me. You guys are doing. Yeah. I need to go and watch their episodes on it. I'm meaning to. I've got so many different YouTubers I need to go watch stuff. No one ever knows what you're talking about? Oh, well, I'm glad that at least I make you feel like you've got somebody to talk to stuff about. At least some things. There are some things that I don't know. I'll admit that. But there are some things I do know, and I absolutely love to talk about them. Oh, ow, my table. I need to learn to sit up straight in my chair properly again. I slouch quite a bit. Posture. Still can't help wondering if there's any truth to it.
Could it be?
Okay, I give up. Consider you at my certain. Oh. Huh? What
For
happened?
serious.
I saw it. I looked right at it. Seriously, I totally saw it. Shisha Nayuka. Sorry. This little VTuber is married. I'm sorry, I would reject people's proposals. But, pledging your service, though, to me and my family? The family of the garden. Your fiance would be a bit miffed about that. Yes, rejection is real. Pledging service to me and the garden of our family. Oh, yes. Pledging service to family. It just makes it sound like I'm like a queen, or like I'm like the head of like some mafia kind of stuff. Your logic is starting to become true. So what? A guardian angel with a crazy perm chasing after Bigfoot, running off with a skyfish in its mouth. Okay, I don't even know if this actually is... If this is foreshadowing of something. Yakuza. It would be a Yakuza. Yeah, Yakuza. Sorry, not Yakuza. Well, I think I've heard it pronounced both ways, but... I think Yakuza is the proper way? Yakuza, yeah. Hiro is drunk and no, it's definitely not foreshadowing. Okay. I'm like, I can't remember if, because he does say some pretty fucking weird shit that does wind up actually be foreshadowing, like, stuff. But then there's just shit that is just like, wait, Hiro, have you been drinking? Like, but only 30% of the time. And that guardian angel is your guardian angel. Nah, I'm just kidding. But hey, we should grab some brewski sometime and get real deep into Lemuria and civilization. It's kind of fun, though, not gonna lie. Every time. What? We're not allowed to drink, right?
You know?
Oh, I'm actually 21. I've been held back a few times, seeing, well, it's a long story. A few times? Yeah, I bet that is a long story. Wait. Just entering high school. Would that be about, If that is entering high school, grade 10, I was 15 when I was going into grade 10. I was 16 when I finished grade 10. You had to have been held. He could be in college. It's like, yeah, he's 21 and everyone else is like 16, 17. Yeah, see, I think it all depends on realistically when your birthday lands, kind of, because I know that at least where I live, entering grade 10 in September, I was only like 15. And then in June I was about 16 when I finished it. At least he's not a P-word. Oh yeah, at least he's not that. I mean, in Japan, the start of the school year is April 1st. Yeah, I know that in Japan their school year is different. They start in spring. And isn't most of their school year like kind of year round with like a couple of weeks off here and there? Correct me if I'm wrong. like, I don't think they get like what North American schools get, which is, yeah, that is very age specific and isn't in this game. You'll be right back, Nagito? Okay. I mean, I don't think that Japanese schools have kind of what North American schools have with, you know, at least in my area, we have like July and August, like two solid months off from school. And then there, at least when I was going through school, there was a week for spring break until I got into my later years, and it was like 2 weeks. No, Hope's Peak is a different type of scholastic university. Yeah. Yeah. He tells it, that is the answer. Like, schools in different areas have got way different, like, time off kind of things. Like, as long as you're enrolled in school and are an ultimate, you are eligible. Yeah. Okay, Byakuya Togami. Oh, who does the voice of Byakuya Togami again? Oh, I used to know this. Who does the voice of him? I think... voice actor English. Who was it? Hiro didn't graduate, so yeah, he got... Josh Grau. No, he's not the same one that... Josh. Yeah, it's saying, at least from what I'm pulling up here, it's saying that another guy did it for the video game. Josh Grell just did it for the anime. From what I'm seeing here, Josh Grell did the voice of him during all of the anime stuff, but Jason Wishnov is the one that did the voice of him in the video games. Which, now I'm trying to remember. Is there another character? Is there another one? Maybe not. Maybe it's just that his voice sounds similar to somebody else's. Yeah, sometimes the video game voice actor is different from the anime voice actor. Some of them. Not all of them, though. Yeah, I just looked that up. Like, I just was like Googling it because I pulled my phone up and I'm just like, why does his voice sound familiar? Nothing I've not actually heard his voice actor in a different game or that I've actually played or in a different or in some other media that I've ever heard of, so. He might just have one of those voices that sounds familiar. Anyways, affluent progeny. Yes, basically meaning you've got money. Hi, nice to meet you. That's the most half-assed introduction I've ever heard. There isn't really anything I can do about it. Even among the ultimate students, this one is special. Byakuya Togami. He's the heir apparent of his family's massive financial conglomerate. Del Rey started managing business operations and his own personal assets are, well, vast. His title of Ultimate Affluent Progeny is completely accurate. However, he's the definition of exceptional. Why would you even speak to Byakuya? Yeah. It's like, my name is this. Hi. That's everything I learned about him from the Hope Speak Academy thread online.
Come on.
We're done with introductions, right? How much longer are you going to stand there? Go away. I'm sick of looking at you. Yeah, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. But I kind of like the outfit that he's wearing. His aura says to me, you and I will never stand on the same level, like a king in training. And that's why I'm calling him meanie. Yeah. With that, all the introductions are done. Even though they're all ultimate, they each have their own individual sort of, something. Oh, snap 5% better? Go and charge your device, Snow Pierce, please! Mean perhaps, but also survivalist, yeah. Okay, time to get down to business. This is no time to stand around making friends like a bunch of dull-eyed baboons. That's true. I think someone said something about a bigger problem or something. What was that about? To defeat the Huns. I can't sing too much of that because otherwise then there's potential of the MCA fucking coming down on my ass.
Listen.
Well, you see, Makoto, you said a bunch of stuff happened and then you were just asleep, right? Well, the same is true for all of us. What, seriously?
I mean, seriously?
Just after each of us got to the main hall, we lost consciousness. And when we came to, we were somewhere here. Somewhere here in the school. That's what happened to you, right? Also, you can sing whatever without contribution. Maybe after you made the reference. Also, you can sing without contribution. As long as you don't play it. Oh, yeah, okay. But I've heard that some people have actually even gotten dinged for just even singing it in the right tune. And it's a little crazy. Maybe they're not as strict on it. I mean, if I'm wrong about that rule, then hey, good to know that. I prefer to play more cautious than anything else because of the fact that, you know, I am trying to get affiliated. I'm like working my ass off to get affiliated now. But that's weird that every one of us would get knocked out like that.
Piece of shit!
With that sort of limitation has happened. Actually no, I think that actually that went into public domain, I think. I could have sworn that I saw that in a newspaper that actually went into public domain. Yeah, in 2016, it no longer became, you switched to your phone now? Okay, Snowpiercer. But, yeah, back in 2016, Happy Birthday went into public domain. Like, it was taken to court and everything, and it's now been put in public domain because of the fact of how long that song has been around. And it's only a matter of time before Disney classics eventually wind up in the public domain. Like, the only reason why Mickey Mouse winds up not winding up the public domain is because of the fact that Disney keeps fighting the copyright and trying to extend it every time. And, ugh. Exactly, that's why we're all freaking out. And that's not the only thing. You saw where all the windows in the classes and hallways were, right? Keep updating on that. Tried to sell public domain cartoons with the pulled. Yeah. But instead of normal glass windows, it was a bunch of big metal plates. What's that about?
Are you for real?
Plus, all my stuff's missing. Even my cell phone. Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen my PDA anywhere either. And then there's the main hall here. Front exit is completely blocked by some giant metal hatch.
What does this mean?
But there wasn't anything like that when I first got here.
What the heck?
What's it doing here? It's already past your bedtime, which is 3 a.m., so you gotta go to bed. Okay, Snowpiercer, have a good night. Have a good sleep, I hope. I understand not everybody can stay up to watch me. I mean, it's like 1 a.m. where I am. I know that some people see me in the next stream. Yeah, I will definitely see you around my next stream. Have a good night.
Aww.
Maybe we got caught up in some kind of like, you know, crime or something?
Is it like...
What? Like a kidnapping? You think maybe someone grabbed us and hauled us off and we're not actually at school? You should sleep too. It's 4 a.m. here, but you like the stream? Also, the wound still hurts, but a small bit. Yeah, that's understandable.
Hey, come on.
Come on, don't think like that. Cheer up. But this is all just part of the school's orientation procedure. Hero, what kind of fucking crack are you smoking, dude? Seriously. Like... What kind of crack do you have to be smoking to think that this would be part of a school's orientation procedure?
You know?
Like, seriously? Hero. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. So I'm just gonna take it easy for a little bit. It is an elite school. I get that it's an elite school, but... This would seem like cruel and unnecessary.
I see.
Oh, so you think they wanted to do something to surprise us?
What the hell?
Oh, well, if that's all it is, it's nap time for me. And the tuning exams were on tomorrow.
You know what I mean.
I was up way too late last night, so I could use a little shut-eye. I could feel everyone's tension evaporating. Then it began. Oh no.
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then.
The voice seemed totally out of place. It was so playful, so completely unconcerned. Couldn't help but feel a deep, unnerving dread at the sound of it. It was like hearing someone laugh at the scene of an accident.
To all incoming students, I I would like to begin the entrance ceremony at... right now!
Like, ding dong, ding bong. Oh my lord. It's just like,
Please make your way to the gymnasium at your earliest convenience.
oh, I'm sorry, Nagito. Yeah. I'm sorry that you missed Byakuya's introduction. It'll definitely be in the VOD. I will also be archiving all of this to my YouTube, so if you miss any part of it, you can definitely go back and watch it.
That's all. I'll be waiting.
Huh?
What the hell was that just now? Who's just as much of a dick as every other time. Yeah, Byakuya was just a dick. Okay. But still, this is a warning. If I see him, I'm gonna, yeah, hurt him so hard, yeah. Hell yeah.
Goodbye.
Well then, if you'll excuse me. And there he goes, being an asshole again.
Hey!
Hey! What are you gonna... What, you're gonna take off just like that?
Could it be?
Oh yeah, now I get it. This whole thing was just to get us up for the entrance ceremony. Daddy Longlegs to the premise. Man, thank God it was all a joke. I'd be totally convinced this was real.
You know?
Alright, guess I'll head out too. Wonder what they've got planned for us next. Damn, I was totally looking forward to that nap too. Why'd they have to go and kill the mood? I say asshole, you say preservationist. Yeah.
Huh?
Wait for me. I want to go with you. That is that then. I will see you all there.
Anyway,
Not that anyone cares, but I'm gonna go. Dude. Everyone took off for the gym, but I was frozen where I stood. That uneasy feeling I'd had before, I couldn't get it out of my mind. And it looked like I wasn't the only one. This doesn't seem right.
this is bad.
Yeah, that announcement was totally weird.
However,
Maybe, but just staying put doesn't mean we'll be safe. Besides, aren't you guys just a little bit curious to find out what's going on around here?
I see.
If we do not move forward, we learn nothing. The only choice is to push ahead. This is safe. Yeah. I guess she's right. Still, I'm kind of really nervous. We don't have a choice. We have to go. What do you mean safe? Sakura is my wife back home. This is a school. I said to go to the gym, right? Yes, I want to save my data. I will alternate save spots. I am actually going to just briefly get up for a little bit. I need to go stretch my legs, and I also need to get some more water. So, oh, I didn't put this game into my, I didn't put it in my intermission. I will fix that later. I will just put it on my Be Right Back screen instead. Sorry. But, yeah, don't forget to, get up, stretch, go and get yourself a beverage or something to snack on. Yeah, your name is on my screen. It's under under the newest follower. I do have that on both my live scene and my other slides here. I will be back in just a moment because I do need some more water because my cup is empty and this is a lot of talking, so I need something to help. Alright, I am back. Let me swap back to my live scene here. And let me reread the chat here for just a moment. Maybe to say if this is a school. Oh wait, you grew up in the 90s? Yeah. Yeah, your name is under my new follower. Thank you. I will definitely be drinking plenty of water and making sure I'm staying hydrated. Ooh, Doki Doki. I actually need to reinstall that at some point, and maybe that'll be another game I'll play at some point. I've got a lot of games. I definitely got 2 games that are definitely going to be, actually 3. 3 games that are going to be constant on my channel. Danganronpa. I'm going to play through the whole entire collection that I've got. And then I've got Final Fantasy XIV, which I play either solo or with friends. And House Flipper. Those 3 games are going to be my main staples, for the most part. I just throw like a Doki Doki in there randomly at points, or maybe when I finish a story-related game. But, ooh, yeah, Monica. Monica's a very lovely girl. And there's a box there. Mailbox. There's nothing inside. Okay, Hatsumi.
Well...
Are you okay? Is everyone okay? Tuesday, I kept you. Okie dokie. Theory. I have a hard time remembering all of the girls' names. It's been a minute since I actually played that. He looks like he's about to eat his hand. Yada yada. Oh god. Yeah, he does look like he's about to. It's like, dude, don't put your fingers that far in your mouth. Like, I understand the nervous nail, like fingernail biting, like, but don't put your hand in your mouth. That's just no. Sakura. True. If you do not move forward, we learn nothing. The only choice is to push ahead. So we have a gun. Monitor. Large TV. Have these guys got
This is
anything different
bad.
to say? What was with that announcement? It was like totally creepy. It's a real gun, Makoto. Yes, yes it is. Secret. Kondo.
Shit.
What the hell kind of game are they playing? What the hell? Is this some kind of bad joke?
Listen.
I know how you feel, but all we can do now is check it out right. Play again. Something weird is going on here, right? It's not just me. Okay. Back to everybody. Let's leave the area. I need to head to the gym now. Nurse's office. And bathrooms. Yeah, you hit R key to exit the room. Ooh, pretty hallway. Why isn't my hallways like this? Yeah, like Yellow. Hey. Not quite in the gym yet, but
Hey, come on.
God, I had no idea this Hope's Peak Academy place was gonna be such a pain in my balls. It really ain't that much different from the time I spent in juvie. Hell, this place is even worse. Now, why isn't there anyone here? Walking through the halls, I didn't see a single person.
This is bad.
Isn't that, like, seriously not good? They're just trying to spook us, though. Keep those metal plates down later. I'm sure of it. All we can do now is hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Shit.
Well, hell. It ain't like I'm scared or nothing. Let's just get this over with.
Hey, damn it.
Hey, where's whoever called us here?
What are you thinking?
Oh no, stop. No running.
Well, then.
Give actual reasons why this is a good situation. I too. Hey, wait! Don't leave me here all alone. Gods, I'm not a big fan of Hoofleby's scream. Okay, time for some more tutorial action. You can press the tab key to observe the room you're in. Observing will display what people and objects you can interact with, so I feel like notice. Yeah, I already know. Feel like they're everywhere. School has a lot of TVs. They couldn't just be for that weird school broadcast, could they? What kind of creature is that? That scared the shit. Junko.
This is bad.
I'm totally getting a bad vibe right now. A display case. There are all kinds of trophies and plaques inside. Of course, all the students who go here are ultimate, right? This is probably just a tiny fraction of all their awards. Total silence. For whatever reason, she's the only one managing to stay calm. Or maybe I'm just imagining. I love the fact that, you know, they're 2D. The reasons why the school is a good idea. Where are all the other students? Why are we the only ones here? Okay, let's go into the gym. Still filled with uneasy dread, I did what the announcement said and went to the gym. Oh, wait, I get what you're talking about. No scroll, no slow speed. And I saw what was waiting for us there. Oh, it really does look like an entrance ceremony.
Yo!
This was camaraderie or teamwork. We told you, it's totally normal entrance ceremony stuff. Hero was right, but in a way that just emphasized how completely not normal all of us were. You know, the lack thereof, whichever.
Hey there! Howdy! Hello! Is everyone here? Good! Then let's get things rolling!
I am so sorry again. I can hear my daughter in the background right now, so I unfortunately, even though I just took a break, I really do need to go and check on her. No, I didn't freeze. It automatically cuts the music there. I do need to go check on my daughter though, because I can hear her fussing. I'll be right back, I promise. I'm so sorry for the break again. Okay, I'm back for now. She seems to be wanting to be held, so... At least until she falls back asleep. Tiny little black and white bear.
Huh? Teddy bear?
Have to be up in 5 hours, so you have to check out Best Luck to everyone. Thank you. Thank you. He just seems to be a little fussy tonight, so she just wanted to be up in near Mama.
I'm not a teddy bear.
But have a good night, Cameron. Thank you so much for hanging out here tonight. Have a good sleep. And especially you, Mr. Lucky Student.
I am Monokuma! And I am this school's headmaster!
It was the strangest thing I'd ever seen. Good night, Cameron. Have a good night. Right before my eyes, it was... What I was seeing was... It was utterly incomprehensible.
Nice to meet you all!
Such a bright voice and carefree attitude was completely out of place. And all that anxiety I've been carrying with me suddenly transformed into outright fear.
Say what?
What? That teddy bear can talk? Hey, calm down. I'm sure there's just a speaker inside it.
Hey, come on now!
Told you already, I'm not a teddy bear.
Headmaster.
I'm Monokuma, and I'm your headmaster.
Say what?
What? It moved?
Shit.
Seriously, man, calm down. It's probably just a remote control toy or something. How dare you compare me to a child's plaything? Me deep, deeper than the Mariana Trench. My remote control system is so complex even the folks at NASA can't recreate or even comprehend it.
Barrett!
But don't make me say stuff like I destroyed NASA's dreams. I just couldn't bear that. Oh no, right? Monokuma makes all the bear puns. So many bear puns.
Well,
Bear that? Really? You are unfortunate. Now, moving on. We really must hurry and get started.
Come on.
Giving up already? No other stupid bear puns?
Now then.
Quiet down now, quiet down. Ah, okay, so Monokuma is a teddy bear. I actually would love a Monokuma plushie. Monokuma or Monomi. They're both cute and adorable. He has been the gag.
Good morning!
Everyone, stand at attention and bow, and good morning!
You hear me?
Good morning!
What's your problem?
You don't have to say it back.
Now then.
Let us commence with the most noteworthy and memorable entrance ceremony. First, let's talk a bit about what your school life here will be like. Now, make no mistake, you few students of full potential represent the youth of the world. And to protect such splendid hope, you will all live a communal life together solely within the confines of the school. Lol, he really is a good schoolboy. Yeah, Taka is a real good schoolboy. Everyone will live in harmony together and adhere to the rules and regulations of the school. Aww. Now then, regarding the end date for this communal life. So, when was it going to be made aware of Miss Jenny also stream? I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. Danny. Please, don't be mad. I don't advertise myself on this. Just why did Peppino need to... Peppino just found out at random. Peppino just found me randomly streaming the one night. That is how Peppino found me. Yeah. No, not Daddy. Danny. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. Please, Danny, forgive me. Gotta tell me I need to support my girl. Thank you. And I saw that you followed me like a couple of days ago now, I think. Oh gods, I don't even know when you followed me, because you followed me while I was offline. but I'm sorry, Danny. I'm just trying to get back into streaming, so I wasn't even like, I am like trying to get to affiliate right now. I've already got the follow goal. I need to stream consistently. Oh, good. Okay. Having a fun stream? Yeah, I am. I absolutely love this game. I keep forgetting. I kept forgetting that I had it installed on my computer. It's just like, you know what? F it. We'll play this tonight. Because I didn't want to play Final Fantasy again, even though I do have that already set up. And I didn't really want to play more House Flipper because of the fact that it's... No, I haven't played all of them. I've only... So, I have watched somebody else play 1, Ultra Despair Girls, and 2. I have not seen anything of V3, so no spoilers for V3. That is the only one I asked for no spoilers on. Other than that, I have seen people. I've seen somebody actually play 1, 2, and Ultra Despair Girls. I won't spoil, but you gotta play. I promise you, I will play V3. I'm starting at 1. I'm gonna do Despair Girls next. Once I've actually finished this one. Then after Despair Girls will be 2, and then V3. So that is quite a few streams that I've got. Meaning I've got content for a while. At least on one night. Did I play Danganronpa 2? Sorry, you didn't hear me because your hearing is blocked. I haven't actually played it myself. I watched somebody else play it because I never thought I would get my hands on the game legally because of the fact that it was originally on a system that I never owned. And I never thought that they would bring Danganronpa to Steam. There were ways of getting this game on PC at one point, but they were not legal. They were more like emulator, and it's like I did not want to go down that route. Partially because also sometimes fan translations are not quite right. Or fan programmed games are not quite right. Although I think with the emulator for this game, I think they actually had the proper ultimate names for each of the ultimates in this game instead of like ultimate fanfic creator. It's like, no, he was an ultimate doujinshi maker or ultimate doujin or something like that for Hifumi. And there's a couple, I think there's another one in here that also does not quite have the right ultimate name. I can't remember what it was though.
Too bad!
There isn't one. In other words, you'll all be here until the day you die. Such as the school life you've been assigned. What did we just say? Until the day we die?
Yep.
Oh, but fear not. We have quite an abundant budget, so you won't lack for all thy common conveniences.
Hold on a second.
That's the least of our worries right now. Yeah, what the hell? You saying I have to live here forever? You're screwing with us, right?
It's true.
I am not screwing with you. I am no liar. Of that you can be 100% sure.
Uh-huh.
And just for your information, you're completely cut off from the outside world. So you don't have to worry about that dirty, dirty land beyond these walls ever again. Ugh. Wanna come on, you creepy little thing. Cut off. So all those mural plates all over the school. They're there to keep us trapped in here. That's exactly what they're for. No matter how much we yell and scream for help, help will not come. So with all that in mind, feel free to live out your life here with reckless abandon.
Hey, come on!
Come on, what the hell is this? I don't care if the school or whatever else is behind it all. It's just a really bad joke.
Damn you!
Imagine being in that situation of, oh god, this would fucking be a nightmare for you. Like, being trapped in a, well, I mean, the building's fairly large, but being trapped in a building without, like, not allowed to go outside or anything, cannot communicate with the outside world one bit. That would kind of drive me a little bonkers. I would eventually want to tear somebody's head off, probably. Because I probably would get in a fight with somebody and I would wind up, like, just... I don't think I would murder somebody, but I would absolutely fuck somebody up. Yeah, cut this shit out. It isn't funny anymore.
Unbelievable.
You keep saying that as a lie or joke. A bunch of skeptics. All of you.
What are you gonna do?
You would die. Oh, poor Danny. I feel bad for you. Danny, I would make sure that you and anybody else that was close to me would be safe. If it means that I would have to murder somebody in self-defense to protect you, I will do it in a heartbeat. Weird skill, like you were trapped in a building that has everything you need and want and can still be replaceable, but you're trapped there against your will, and you will never see your loved ones or go back to your life again. Yet that's the thing, is that I would want to get out. Like, I have got, Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Killing is your escape. Would you do it? I don't know. But I guess you can't help it, huh? You all grew up in an age where you're taught to doubt your neighbor. Well, you'll have plenty of time to find out whether or not what I say is true. When that time comes, you'll see with your own eyeballs that I speak the undeniable truth.
Most unfortunate.
Having to live here forever would be quite the problem.
What's this?
Come now, what's the matter with all of you? You decided of your own free will to attend Hope's Peak Academy, didn't you? And now, before the entrance ceremony is even finished, you've already decided you want to leave? Be able to plan a murder, not murder, because I know I don't have the strength, do I would not be able to murder somebody just to get out of this situation. I would be a messy killer. Thing is I don't think I could actually kill somebody to get out. Now, if somebody were to try and harm somebody I love, that might be a different story. Yeah, that's the thing, is you don't actually truly know how you would react in that situation. Like, I could say that, you know, I don't think I could murder somebody. But the thing is that if somebody were to actually harm my family, I would go ballistic. I would absolutely fucking find whoever's at the fucking top, and I would slap a bitch, and I might just murder that bitch too. Like, if somebody were to harm my family, that would be the absolute, like, no.
Hey,
Oh, but you know, I did forget to mention one thing. There is one way for you to leave the school. You can slap a lot of people. Really?
Actually,
As headmaster, I've crafted a special clause for those of you who would like to leave. I call it the graduation clause.
now then.
Now, let me tell you about this fun little rule. As I mentioned, in order to maintain an environment of harmony here, we rely on a communal lifestyle. And if someone were to disrupt that harmony, they alone would be allowed to leave the school. You would plan the murder for someone, then betray them when in the trial. Ooh. That, my students, is the graduation clause.
What?
What do you mean by disrupt the harmony? Well, you know, if one person were to murder another,
Yes, indeed.
stabbing, strangling, bludgeoning, crushing, hacking, drowning, igniting. How you do it doesn't matter. You must kill someone if you want to leave. It's as simple as that. That is a smart one, but you'll turn everyone against you because nobody is gonna trust you anymore. Yeah. No Bobby. No Bobby is going to trust you. I'm sorry, Danny. I am so sorry. The rest is up to you. Give it your all to achieve the best outcome in the worst way possible. Dyslexia. Oh, that's gotta be. That sucks. That's gotta suck at points. A chill shot down my spine. You must kill someone if you want to leave. Small bean, small brain. As soon as I heard those words, my blood went cold. I bet that got your brain juices flowing. Beats the heck out of a human catching a salmon, huh? Like I said before, you guys are the hope of the world. But you know, taking that hope and seeing get murder creates a darkened shadow to bear.
Extreme!
And I just find that so hard. Extreme!
What the hell?
What the hell are you talking about? Kill each other it's...
Huh?
Kill each other is to kill each other. I'm sure there's a dictionary here somewhere if you need it. And so you're good at manipulating victim for spectator.
What are you saying?
We know what it means. It's not the problem. Why do we have to kill each other?
Say what?
Yeah, stop blabbering on with all this nonsense. Let us go home already.
Blabbering. Blabbering? Blabbering? What do you mean blabbering? Stop blabbering on about blabbering on! How strange.
You guys just don't get it, do you? Let us go, let us go! You keep on saying the same thing over and over and over and over. Listen, from this moment on, this school is your home. Your life, your world. Got it?
Yahoo!
And you can kill as much as you can kill. So go ahead, go on a kill spree. Alright, come on. How long are you gonna keep this up? Eh?
You know?
You got us, okay? You scared the heck out of us. So you can go ahead and reveal the trick now. Make this hopefully the next trial on you. I would at least.
Huh?
Reveal the trick.
I'm right?
Yeah, because I mean, this is all some kind of trick and all, right? So
Shit.
dude, shut the hell up and get out of my way. Shoving Hero aside, Mondo placed himself in front of Monokuma, his voice rumbling like thunder.
You're fucking dead.
Listen up, asshole. The shit's gone way too far. What the hell kind of joke is this?
What's the matter?
Oh. No? What, you mean like your hair?
You son of a bitch!
Ah! Mondo roared out, and then there was a sudden boom. The sound of the floorboards as he kicked off and launched himself into the air. He flew at Monokuma, fast and straight as a bullet. He'd lock on to his target.
Gotcha, you little piece of shit! I don't know if you're a toy or a stuffed animal or whatever the hell. Either way, I'm gonna rip you to fucking shreds!
I kinda like Mondo's voice actor. I really like his voice actor.
What? Violence against the headmaster is in violation of school regulations!
Shut the fuck up! Let me out of here, I swear to Christ!
The ultimate talent.
Hey, damn it.
What? No smart-ass comeback this time?
Piece of shit!
Stop that goddamn beeping and say something.
Watch out!
Get rid of it!
Huh?
Hurry up and throw it! I don't know if her ferocity sent him into silence or what, but without a word he did what he was told. He threw Monokuma. And as soon as he did... The hell? I mean... Okay. I think out of all of the characters, I like Chihiro the most. Small little bean that needs to be protected. I love the small little bean that needs to be protected. I mean, Kyoko's a pretty darn good character too. I love her character, like, and there's more to her, than what's revealed in the game here and what's revealed in Danganronpa 3, the anime. Because there's a whole entire, light novel series for her that apparently touches on all of her past, and I think it also touches on the reason why she wears the gloves.
What the?
That sure as shit wasn't a joke. It blew the hell up. There was a painful ringing in my ears and I could smell gunpowder. Explosions might happen all the time in movies or whatever, but when it's in real life, never seen anything like it. No, the closest I came to an explosion is and being able to smell that kind of gunpowdery kind of smell of like explosive would be when I was a very young and dumb teen. I went out with my friends in high school. Actually, let me correct that. When I was middle school age, actually. So about grade 7 for me. I went out Halloween night with some of my friends, and oh god, we got into some fucking shit. We didn't get caught or anything, so we didn't wind up actually in shit with anybody. I didn't wind up in shit with my parents after I told them what happened. Basically, we did trick-or-treating, but we also lit off quite a few fireworks.
But
This means that the teddy bear's been destroyed, right? That girl Jimmy. Yeah, I was... But the thing is that actually, I didn't really light off any fireworks. It was the boys that we were with that lit off the fireworks. I actually reamed one of the guys out because of the fact that he had a crush on one of my best friends at the time. And basically I reamed him out because of the fact that I told him all off and went, dude, don't light any more fireworks off. Because my best friend, she had hearing aids. And the fireworks were causing an overload for her hearing aids, and it was causing her problems, and she was also getting kind of scared. And I just reamed him out completely. Especially when she ran away from us and I ran, like, one of my other female friends ran after her. I reamed him out, and then I ran after both of them in order to go and make sure that she was okay. Everybody was fine in the end, but it was a lot of fucking drama and shit. And I turned around and pulled him off, and he learned his lesson. He never lit off fireworks around her again.
Hey!
I told you, I'm not a teddy bear. I'm Monokuma. You need to go for a moment, but you hope I'm having fun doing the game and hope I'm doing okay. Thank you, Nagito. Remember, people, take breaks when you need to. I will be here for at least another hour. And then, and I've been, did I drink enough today? Yeah, I've actually been sitting here sipping on water in between. I'm actually gonna get very, very briefly here. Just so that way I can, make sure that, sorry, I got distracted by something. Yes, I will stay hydrated. I am staying hydrated. It has been pretty hot where I am. It's actually cooler right now because of how late it is at night. But right now, I'm just gonna go and put my daughter back to bed. Be back in just a moment. I am so sorry about that. I have a feeling that she's just not wanting to go down for bed tonight. But I guess this means that I will be still streaming. Just that at random points I might mute just because of that she does like to fuss. I told you, I'm not a teddy bear, I'm Monokuma. Huh? There's another one.
Damn you!
You son of a bitch. You seriously tried to kill me just now.
Of course!
Well, yes. I was serious about trying to kill you. You did violate one of the school regulations after all. I'll let you off with a warning this time, but you better be careful from now on. Any naughty boy or girl who violates my rules will get off with just a little spot on the butt.
This is bad.
Hey, so does this mean there's like a bunch more of you around somewhere?
Yep.
Monokumas have been placed all throughout the school. Yes. Plus, don't forget the surveillance cameras installed everywhere. And if you're caught breaking any rules, well, you all just saw what happened, right? And I won't be so forgiving with my punishment next time, so don't let it happen again. Huh? That's not even punishment, that's just wrong.
Well?
And Weasley, to commemorate your joyous entry into our school, I have a little something for you. Ta-da! This is our official student handbook. Pretty cool, huh? As you can see, it's fully digital, so naturally we call it the E-Handbook. Yes, well, moving on. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
What?
Also, it's completely waterproof. Splash it, wash it, wrap it. It'll keep on ticking. And thanks to its space-age design, it can withstand an impact force of up to 10 tons. Very resistant. It contains all of our school regulations, so make sure you review them thoroughly.
You guys?
You'll hear me say this a lot, but any violation of school regulations will not be tolerated.
Shing!
Rules restrict, yes, but they also protect. A society, for example, would be utter chaos without laws.
Yes, indeed!
The same thing applies here, which is why it's crucial we have strict punishments in place for violators. Okay, well, that brings our entrance ceremony to a close.
Bye-bye!
Please enjoy your abundantly dreary school life, and see ya! And with that, he was gone, leaving us all in a state of shock. So guys, how would you define what we just experienced?
What the crap?
Why, I don't understand any of this.
Huh?
have to live here forever or kill? What? What just happened?
Calm down.
Everyone, we need to just calm down. First, let's just take a second to summarize everything we just heard. Based on what Monokuma said, we essentially have two choices. Choice number one is that we stay here, living a communal life together until the day we die. And the other choice is...
Indeed.
If we want to get out of here alive, we have to kill someone, right?
That's...
Like, killing someone that... We were stuffed in it out of our nowhere and stuffed into this place meant to look like a school, and now we're supposed to start killing each other? What is this?
Ridiculous!
A lie is what it is. All these ridiculous things we've heard, this all has to be fake. Right now, it doesn't really matter if it's real or fake. What matters is...
So, in other words...
Is there anyone here who's seriously considering all of this? To that, nobody had a response. That's green. Yeah. Keeping quiet myself, I looked around at the others. They all stared at one another, trying to gauge each other's thoughts. I could almost taste the hostility. And that's when it hit me. I realized the true terror hidden within the rules Monokuma had laid out. You must kill someone if you want to leave. Those words had planted vicious thoughts deep within each of us. Each of us became suspicious of everyone else. We were forced to wonder, is someone going to betray us? And that was how my new school life began. This school, which had come out of nowhere to raise my hopes so high, it's not the school of hope. It's the school of despair. Welcome to despair. To be continued. Let's take a breather here to...
Danganronpa.
Makoto Naeki. Daikan Leon. Yoko, Celestia. Monokuma. Byakuya, Koko. Mondo Hufumi. Ai. Sakura. Yasuhiro, Junko. That is still an epic intro, like, I love it. I received the school crest present. Oh, okay. Yes. I'll save it there. I'm gonna swap between the two. You must kill someone if you want to leave. My mind froze and my breath caught in my throat. As I